When I first found out I was going to be a dad, I had the fortunate privilege of being 100% excited. I knew immediately I wanted to write a song to my soon-to-be son. I found myself leaning on platitudes and overt cheesiness as I contemplated my feelings about being a dad. And after a few failed attempts, I just walked away from the song. It was literally nights before my wife gave birth that I sat down and finally wrestled with this task. I thought hard about what the message of the song should be. I was in a bit of a bind because, as Han Solo would say, "Hey, I don't know you, kid." I was writing to a phantom, a tiny ball of potential. He could end up being arty or sporty, gay or straight, funny or serious. There was a million combos that would make this kid extra unique, but the song had to be true no matter who he was. It occurred to me that my approach was all wrong. Instead of writing about him or telling him about me, I should imagine what I would want him to hear from me, even when I wasn't around. I wanted to make sure it was stuff he could hear at every milestone in his life. Imagine Elliott found this song when he was going through my things after my funeral. It would be a hard time, so the song needed to be light, but it would also be a lonely time, so what did I want to tell him? That is when I decided the only thing I cared about him hearing was what I think us sons and daughters are always looking for. I was proud of him. I'm sure we had both made mistakes, since our family is passionate and full of spice, but no matter what, I was proud of him. Little could I have expected how powerful that idea would become to me as I watch both my boys sprout and mature. Elliott is thoughtful and attentive, a natural, gifted orator, and a songwriter. He will beat me at chess in the next year, and that will be tough for me. Noah is legitimately hilarious and undoubtedly an anthropologist. He studies the world and arrives to very advanced conclusions that are almost unshakable in their vitality. He is wrong a lot, but he's not going to take my word for it. He's going to need some evidence. I'm so proud of them for being independent and daring, but I'm equally proud of myself for giving them room to fill their containers. It is way too tempting to give in to the fatherly intuition to protect and project. Both things are equally damaging. In the studio, when we were recording take after take of this song, the other band members started to hear the lyrics properly. John, our drummer, is a seasoned dad of a 4-year-old, and he was here for it from day one. He also heroically hoisted a 20-pound basket of percussion instruments through this song for multiple takes, which I'm sure is a fitting metaphor for the sort of workhorse he is for his family. But our bassist David was expecting his first child in a few months. During one take, he caught my eye and smiled while taking a deep breath. I noticed some feeling there, but afterwards he told me playing this song and hearing this song made him extremely excited to be a dad. It was probably the first time I got really excited for other people to hear it. As I was working on recording this song, I sent my dad some early mixes. He immediately sent me a long message about how proud of me he was. He and I had recently had a hard conversation, but part of that was me telling him how important he has always been to me. Even though he was a part-time dad and a wanderer at heart, I had always idolized him. He was always, no matter what, a warm and calm presence in my life. He was never stressed out, always smiling, and always open to the mysteries of life. But maybe more importantly, he was frickin' hilarious and goofy as hell. I told him it was incredibly important to me that he be more active as a grandparent so that my kids could get that same person in their lives. My dad just spent this weekend down here for Father's Day, and I cannot remember the last time our entire car has laughed that hard. Sarah was cackling, Noah was snort laughing, and Elliott was leaning into the moment and killing us all. So, to my dad, I say, thank you, Dad. You've made mistakes. Hell, I know I've made a few. But a son can also be proud of a dad, and in some ways that's even more rare and profound. I love you. To the rest of the dads in my life, Julian, Bruno, Nick, Rob, Luis, Andrew, Eric, Kashaka, Evan, Spencer, David, Naveed, and Dan, you all face the challenges of the job with incredible steadiness and creativity. More importantly, you all show up every day and you do the work. Thanks for being models to my boys, and thanks for creating space for all of your frustrated dad friends to vent. Nothing gives me more hope for our future than the dads I've become friends with. Our kids are going to be great humans. So today, this song is dedicated to my sons, my dad, and to all the dads out there. Happy Father's Day.
1, 2, 3, 4. La, 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 la. Make me